2, 1.
Are Chattanooga theaters ever going to get those films that just win awards or just the same old blockbusters? Caitlin has more.
And what the jack is a YikYak?
Those stories and more on Today at ChattState.
Hi, I'm Fielder Dennis.
And I'm Tristan Hill.
So, you ready for a great show on Today at ChattState?
Yes, I am.
Well, big changes are coming to learning support math starting fall of 2015. Math 0810 and Math 0820 will not be offered after the summer term of 2015. Effective the upcoming fall, all learning support math students will enroll in 2 math courses simultaneously, either Math 0530 with Math 1530 or Math 030 and Math 1030. For more information, confer with your advisor. This weekend, the theater and music departments of Chattanooga State presents Love Labor's Lost. This fun show is based on one of Shakespeare's early comedies. There is some adult content and a few instances of adult language. The event is free to Chattanooga State students, faculty, and staff.
Of the award-winning films, if you did, you likely didn't see them in the Chattanooga theater, and if so, probably not until weeks after other cities were showing them. Caitlin has more.
Recently have begun to notice that theaters in Chattanooga do not seem to support many of the recent independent films that have come out, such as Whiplash, Boyhood, and Birdman. Why do we have to wait so long for these critically acclaimed movies? Are movie theaters in Chattanooga ignoring critically acclaimed films to make money? I went on the street to ask people what their favorite movies are and if they've heard of some of these films.
Favorite movie is Avengers.
Favorite movie has got to be Drive Angry.
Lion King.
Inception.
Super 8.
Pokemon 2000.
I have not heard of the movie Birdman, but I do know a guy named Birdman.
I have not yet seen the movie Birdman. A man who is, I assume, a superhero with a deep fascination for birds.
I have not heard of the movie Whiplash, but I should check it out.
The part where you get hit from the rear, is that called Whiplash?
I've heard of the movie Boyhood. If I'm not too badly mistaken, I think it's about where they film this boy that has grown up through the years. And it took I think 12 years to film the movie.
Why haven't many people heard of these movies? Are movie theaters more worried about making money than supporting critically acclaimed independent films? I spoke with Jonathan Meyer, a manager at one of the local theaters here in Chattanooga, to see what he could tell us about this situation. Are independent movies ignored here in Chattanooga?
The larger scale movie theaters tend to kind of ignore them until they start to get Oscar buzz or enough buzz to warrant actually bringing them to theater just due to booking costs alone. It's kind of a risk for them to be able to invest that money in a movie that may not do so well in this market.
When they are released here, are they promoted well?
For the most part, the studios do a pretty good job of sending us promotional materials like posters or little mini one-sheets. But for the most part, if customers don't know what the movie is, we can have 42 posters up and it won't mean anything to them. A lot of times it really depends on the cast that's in it or if it's a quality director that people know about.
Why do we have to wait so long for these films to come out?
For the most part, it seems that we have to wait until the booking costs drop. The older a movie gets, the cheaper it gets. So it becomes less risky for the businesses to be able to bring them in.
How should Chattanooga fix this problem?
If people show up for things like Chattanooga Film Fest or show up for the limited screenings, if there's ever any limited events, people should go, fans of cinema should go and support independent films. Even if it's not their favorite genre, they should still go and support it just so that the theaters and the venues know that people are here and people want to see those types of films.
Reporting from Chattanooga, I am Caitlin Hoheimer.
Millions of college students are using an anonymous posting app called YikYak. The Atlanta-based startup has become the go-to for sharing everything from campus gossip to dark personal thoughts. But anonymity has also led to bullying and harassment. Laurie Siegel sits down with the 24-year-old founders of the $400 million company.
These are yaks.
If you have a funny thought or you have a relevant piece of news you want to share with your local community, that's what you can YikYak.
24-year-old Tyler Droll and Brooks Buffington are the founders of YikYak. It's an app that's now reportedly valued at $400 million. The app, whose name was inspired by the classic 50s song,
Don't talk back.
lets you send anonymous messages and read chatter within a 1.5-mile radius. Users vote up comments they like and vote down ones they don't. Brooks and Tyler first worked on the app when they were in college.
We saw a problem on our campus where there was a select few Twitter accounts, which kind of held the campus voice. We said, everyone should be able to have this power, and so we kind of democratized it, gave it to everyone, and allowed the whole campus to connect.
Fast forward a year later, the app is exploding on college campuses across the country.
Basically, every campus in America.
At Vanderbilt University, someone, posted something about his brother who's getting a full-body blood transfusion and posted on YikYak. 700 people showed up in the first hour to see if they were a match for this guy's brother.
That's the upside of what can be accomplished with an anonymous discussion forum like YikYak. The downside? Anonymity can lead to bullying or harassment. No username, no accountability. How do you guys try to help with the cyberbullying problem?
We have filters running for names, for personal information, just generally offensive things.
Early on, made a set of rules about no targeting people, no bullying, and we took the kind of daring step to enforce them strongly. We wanted good growth, not growth at all costs.
YikYak still had growing pains. One professor complained after discovering demeaning yaks during her lectures. Other students have cited online harassment. Just this month, a university official sent a letter to the company seeking identities of people inciting danger. For the people that kind of are bullied on it or have been bullied, what is your responsibility, your kind of legal responsibility?
Yeah, there's federal laws in place that prevent, sharing of private, user information. So that we're kind of limited in what we can do there. But in cases of imminent threat or harm or something like that, we work with law enforcement to, do what we can.
The founders say they're focused on expanding beyond the college audience and to people who are looking for a Facebook alternative.
I think Facebook and some other apps where you have to keep up with this profile, it's very heavy, and YikYak's very lightweight. You can just talk. It's like real life.
Lori Siegel, CNN Money, Austin, Texas.
Thanks, Lori. Looking good as always. So, Tristan, are you a yacker?
No, I'm not. I'm not a yacker.
Well, let's take a look at weather. Here's the best yacker, Jake Sherrill.
Yeah, Fielder, I'm not about that yakking life, but it's going to be sunny but cold this weekend, highs in the 40s later this weekend, then cloudy days and warmer next week with showers on Monday. And guys, get that heavy coats out for a couple more days. Back to you, Fielder and Tristan.
Thanks, Jake, you non-yacker.
Yeah, I don't like when Jake tells me what to wear personally, but that's just my opinion. Well, that's it for today at Chattanooga State. Be sure to check us out each week online on Comcast Cable 3.
Stay classy, Chattanooga.
That's right.